Iowa 7-5 overall, 5-4 in conference play. Won the Music City Bowl in shutout fashion, 21-0 versus Kentucky. Iowa loses Sam Laporta to the Detroit Lions tight end. Shout out the Lions. They lose Riley Moss to the draft. They lose Jack Campbell also to Detroit. Shout out the Lions again. Cooper DeJean, who led the team in picks, returns to Iowa. Cade McNamara transfer in from Michigan. Ooh, all right, somebody stop playing that track. All right, all right. Cade McNamara transfers in from Michigan. They had the number 2 scoring defense, but again, another great defense with a bad offense. Number 123 in scoring offense. They might be happy to say bye to their previous quarterback. I'm blanking on his name. I think it was Sean. Somebody help me. He was so bad too. Was it Sean Petrus? Petrus, right? Petrus, right? Spencer Petrus. There we go. Spencer Petrus. I knew I was close. Spencer Petrus had a bad year. I'm gonna start with Trent in this one. Trent, give me something about Iowa.
Iowa's always an exciting team. They always play defense. I'm glad you touched on Cooper DeJean. I don't know how you pronounce his last name, but kid's a baller. Yeah, he'll be a first-round draft pick. So look out for him as long as he stays healthy. One of the best on-ball corners in the league, or in the, I guess, college, not the league, but in the country. So I like this Iowa team. They don't win when they win and don't play offense, and now they have a quarterback who might be able to help them score a little bit more.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go to Coach.
For me, just take it to the days of flipping, trying to find something. So on Saturday, trying to find a game to watch. You come across that hawk, you don't turn the channel. You click on that game. Why? Because you're going to see some of the best defensive play in the Iowa game. Like, I love watching. I watch them literally because I just want to see their defense. It's so explosive. They're so fast on all 3 levels of defense. I love watching them play. And again, I agree. Hopefully this quarterback is going to bring them to the top and give them something to fight for. Maybe not this year, but give Iowa a name in the next year or two, possibly before his graduation. But I think this is a really good, exciting team, and I think they're gonna. I have them at a record, but I wouldn't be surprised if they snuck a few games and did a little better. If they play us, I wouldn't be. That might be one of the games they might sneak on us.
I don't know about that much, but I'm gonna go to Ty.
One of my Nuggets, a few of my Nuggets. They got Caleb Johnson coming back. Another Nugget is they were one of the worst defenses in Big Ten, but
offenses.
One of the best defenses in Big Ten, but like the worst offense in Big 10 mm-hmm. So yeah. Got a new quarterback, so hopefully he'll do something this year.
Yeah, I mean, fun fact about myself, when I watched Iowa, I always thought they were like the Steelers. I just would never get the Hawkeye. Yeah. Like, I always thought they were the Steelers as a kid. Like, I'm like, oh, that's cheating. They playing college. So that's just a little fun fact about me. But y'all are absolutely right. Great defense. They always grimy, get after the quarterback. They turn the ball over a lot. They're going to turn you over. Offense, though, so sketchy. Like, they'll win easily a 17-10 game or a 10-3 game, which is so unlikely for college football, especially with the way the game is now. So high tempo, most teams are running hurry-up offenses or some form of it. So, yeah, Iowa's still one of those old-school smash-mouth football teams in college, and I love it. They have the 41st overall ranked recruiting class, which is pretty middle of the pack. Schedule. We'll hop into the schedule. They play Utah State. This is not the Utah State of 2 years ago that won the Mountain West. So for that, give me Iowa taking the W. Trent, go ahead.
Yeah, give me Iowa.
Go ahead, Coach. Say it one more time for me, Coach.
Iowa all the way.
Yes, sir. Anti.
Iowa.
All right, then we go to the famous rivalry versus Iowa State. This time they are playing at Iowa State. Iowa State, I think, won for like the first time in like years. But for that, I'm going to take the revenge factor. Give me Iowa.
Yep, Hawkeyes go on the road and get the win.
Go ahead, Coach.
I believe that Hawkeyes went for the win.
And
I got Iowa State winning that.
Ooh, okay, Ty Lone Wolfing with Iowa State. All right. And so then we have back at home versus Western Michigan, another MAC school, but give me Iowa. Go ahead, Trent.
Yep, Iowa wins this one pretty easily.
Coach.
Iowa.
And Ty.
Iowa.
Cool. Now we have a big game here in Happy Valley at Penn State, and I have Penn State taking the W. Iowa takes the L. Go ahead, Trent. Do I even have to ask you?
You don't, man. It's a happy time in Happy Valley.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Coach. You gonna go Iowa, Coach?
Iowa in that one.
Okay, I'm pretty sure Coach believes that Iowa defense will be stout enough to turn the ball over enough to where that offense doesn't have to do much to score. And I'm gonna go Ty with Ty showing you the shirt. So go ahead, Ty.
Penn State.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with y'all, man. I think Penn State might actually run through Iowa.
If it was at Iowa, I'd be a lot more nervous.
Yeah, me too. The fact that it's in Happy Valley, I think Iowa gets ran through here. Then Iowa turns around and plays at home versus my Michigan State Spartans, where I believe they take back-to-back L's. Go ahead, Trent.
I have Iowa beating the Michigan State Spartans.
And I have no problem with that at all. It's a toss-up in my opinion as well. Go ahead, Coach.
I got Michigan State winning that one.
Yes, sir. And Ty.
MSU.
Oh, I'm actually shocked there, to be honest with y'all. I thought Ty couldn't wait to get a chance in to take MSU and give us an L. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm really surprised there. But shout out to Ty. So then we go on the at home again versus Purdue, and I think that this is the bounce back game where they get Purdue. Go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, I have Iowa winning this game.
Coach.
Iowa.
And Ty.
Iowa.
All right, cool sweep there. Then we go on the road to Wisconsin, and because it's on the road, I give Wisconsin the W. Go ahead, Trent.
Yep, I'm agreeing with you. I give Wisconsin the W here.
Go ahead, Coach.
Same, Wisconsin.
And Ty.
I got Iowa.
Oh, lone wolfing again. Okay, cool. And then we have back home versus Minnesota, where I give Iowa the W versus Minnesota. Go ahead, Trent.
Also give Iowa the W.
Coach.
Iowa.
And Ty.
Iowa.
All right. We go back home versus Northwestern. And again, Northwestern allegations. Give me Iowa. Go ahead, Trent.
Give me Iowa.
Coach.
Situation or not, I think Iowa would still win this game.
Oh, for a fact. And Ty.
Iowa.
All right, cool. Another home game. They have Rutgers, and they give me Iowa versus Rutgers. Go ahead, Trent.
Yeah, go ahead and give me Iowa.
Coach.
Until Rutgers shows that they can be anywhere better on the field outside of cornerback, give me Iowa.
All right, and Ty.
Give me Iowa.
All right. Hey, look, man. If there's one thing I remember Leonte Carew tearing Michigan State a new one. Boy, what was it, like 200 yards? Boy, it hurt. All right, and Iowa versus Illinois. Give me Iowa taking the W for, as we said earlier. Go ahead, Trent.
Yep, go ahead and give me Iowa.
Coach.
Iowa.
And Ty.
Illinois.
Yep. And last game at Nebraska. And these games are always like close slug fights. And for that reason, I'm going to go and give the W to Nebraska. Go ahead, Trent.
Yep, I agree. This was a tough one for me. They go on the road, and we'll talk about it later, but I think Nebraska needs to win that game. So for that reason, I'm going to go with Nebraska.
All right, Coach.
Nebraska, and I think it's going to come down to overtime.
I'm not. Hey, look, the games I didn't see in the past, I wouldn't be surprised. And Ty.
It's a tough one for me to pick, but I'm picking Iowa on this one.
All right, Ty is also lone wolfing with that one. So with that, I have Iowa finishing at 8-4, 5-4 in conference play, making them bowl eligible. Trent, give me your final record for Iowa.
Yep, I have Iowa going 9-3, 6-3 in the conference.
All right, Coach.
Iowa 8-4.
And Ty.
I have them at 9-3, 7-2 in the conference.
All right. Moving on to our next team. Hold on. I got my paper stuck. We have University of Maryland. If you're in the Refuse to Lose chats, you know I take shots at University of Maryland every chance I get, thanks to Donnell. I had no beef with Maryland for real at first, but then they came at me in college basketball season, so then it was just on from there forward. So Maryland.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.